Okay, here's me playing Abzan Delirium. And off we go. I mulliganed, put a world breaker to the bottom. I had lots of red mana. That in and of itself was a problem. Seeing the courtyard made me think I was playing Mardu, but I wasn't. I was just glad that I could turn 4 into a Hedron archive. He keeps attacking, just using the ballista, which is kind of weird, but okay. Puts a counter on the ballista. Bit of a wasted, no longer a wasted hour of devastation, because now I can Kozilek's return. He obviously pings me for 2, but it also means I keep the hour of devastation in my hand, which is great. In comes that flying fucker. He takes my archive. I play the Sanctum, play the Hour of Devastation. I know that he can embalm it, but if it comes back, then hopefully I can draw cards. He puts a tap land that does nothing, which is great for me. I play the Hedron Archive, still no green mana, which is a little frustrating. But I've got enough mana for an Ulamog, which is fine by me. He embalms the Angel, targets the Hedron Archive. On stack of the target, I sack it to draw cards. Here comes my green mana. It's going to come in tapped, which is kind of shitty, but fair enough. He attacks him with the Angel. Here comes a Scrap Heap Scrounger, which is kind of weird, but okay. I play the Renewal, get 3 lands in. I think I take 2 forests in this turn. I get another land for deck thinning. I've got plenty of mana to cast the Ulamog. I can even sack the Archive as well. He attacks me for 6. In comes the Tracker. I sack that. Here comes the Hour of Devastation. Playing another Hedron Archive. I didn't need to cast the Ulamog on a Kozilek's return there was no rush. I further thin my deck by taking up my last land. He brings back the Scrounger. In comes Obnixilis. Fine by me. I draw another Kozilek's return. Here comes Ulamog. Board wipe, I take a land and Obnix. I don't even use the Kozilek's return ability because I've got another Ulamog and a World Breaker, and I'd much rather he tries to use his board in some way. Here comes the cast out. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Kind of foolish, really, considering he has white mana. But I must admit, I was a little shocked when I saw it. I played the Kozilek's return just to stop him from hitting me. I'm playing the World Breaker just to get rid of the cast out. No point in using the Kozilek returns triggers. Ulamog comes back. Whoop-de-doo. I'm guessing he's got a second cast out. Otherwise he wouldn't have wasted the mana or spent the mana on the Scrap Heap. That's fine. I think end of turn I Spatial Contortion him. Yep. He Fatal Pushes in response, which is kind of fucked up, but okay. I actually don't play the Ulamog at this point, I think. I just figure I'll attack in with the World Breaker and see what he does. Here comes Ishkanal. Whoop-de-doo. Play the land, Ulamog, Kozilek's return, wipe his board, and he realizes it's game over. And that's game 1. Here's game 2. Again, land heavy. I do play 26 lands, but the Nissa's Renewal and the Hour of Devastation is fantastic. He plays a Grim Flare here. That's going to suck because I'm going to take a few hits, but so be it. I'm going to have a pretty good draw next turn, because here comes the Kozilek's return. In fact, I was going to play the game trail, tapped or untapped, and then traverse, but since the Kozilek's return came in, I figured on his attack step, I'd kill him and stop him from getting Delirium too quickly. He's going to hit Delirium at some point. In comes the tracker. 4 mana, I traverse, get a forest, just for deck thinning, and because I need another green source, or I'd like another green source anyway. In comes Gonti. I have no idea what Gonti took. He didn't play anything that he took from Gonti that turn. He might have just had 4 lands. I Hour of Devastation and board wipe there. I've now got enough lands next turn to play Nissa's Renewal. Ugin's Sanctum is a nice draw there, because it means when I get my Ulamog, I can chain into another Ulamog or into a World Breaker. I've got 2 lands, which is great, because I can play one, play Ulamog, sack the Sanctum, and still play the Forest the turn after, which is exactly what I do. I'm going to go after both of his, sources of white, based on the assumption that he's got Cast Out, but that's not what he does. He actually plays to the Slaughter, which, fair enough, he's a Delirium deck, but he's now 2 lands down. And I suddenly have a suspicion that he might have taken a World Breaker and just doesn't have the mana to cast it anymore. Anyway, he quits because he knows that I've searched up a second Ulamog. I wasn't actually going to cast it. I was going to Spatial Contortion the Tireless Tracker and then exile the Scrap Heap with Titan's Presence and give myself another turn to cast the Ulamog. Hopefully he's got no more game and I can start going after his lands. I was going to go after the Aether Hub and the Blooming Marsh and leave him with a 3-lander. No sources of white, and his only out being another to the Slaughter. And even then, I still have other outs. And my life total is pretty high. But that game went pretty well.